Yeah. Cold shit. I ain't come with goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room, it's pop, 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 like you got rejected. Yeah. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man. I get a word, he ain't this shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LAX. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't crippin' on no blood. One West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options. Used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wop, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with them? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get them. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. At the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snake, fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, trying to curse the imposter. She get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. Send that hate, make it to the featherweights. Niggas claim they hard, but they sweeter than a dedication. Hold on, think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a stepper and a ruler. Hold on, and a G and a soldier and a mover. Hold on, and a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Trying to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cult leader, need the blue stripes, no brick break. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gunshot. Fuck that little bitch, she a hook. Nigga swear he the go, bring him to the bush, The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. Niggas in their feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. At the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody.
I'm from Philly, you get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm one West, these brothers trying to set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit and I ain't leaving. Ski mask transform to war mode like I'm Voltron. Stamp on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like a bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died.
Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim he riding, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die, skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus P, fuck a 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. Be at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody.
TurboTax Free Edition, 37% of filers qualify. One Westboro.
Right. Everything is lawful. The pressure on, I remember bringing nothing home. Make it little just to make it known. Steady, ready, better watch your tone. When I was 5'7", I was breaking. I had 5'7", now I want the chrome. 9'11", I was in my zone. Use the argument to lose your throne. Keep cool, ain't no running up. Damn, now I'm coming up. They coming to kiss me, you dumb or what? You drawing, you done enough. They told me don't rush it, just wait my time. Paying attention, I see the signs. Coming right to me like Amazon. No time for distractions, I'm on the grind. Little shorty, your ticket, she know she fine. Got a couple of, so never mind. They throwing the shade cause they know I shine. Reason up going in overtime. You stuck in your ways, you keep fantasizing. I just go get it, don't think about it. Don't make it the issue, it ain't a problem. Not too much talking, just organizing. One Westward, no way around it. Heavy, so you know I'm grounded. Too sturdy, I'm well rounded. Tunnel vision, I don't see a talent. Get admitted, I'm killing it. Case closed, I don't need a gavel. Know you hate it, don't even matter. New page, still the same time.
Mike, but just never forget that I do not. Always have that fresh in your mind. That I feel absolutely nothing for your pain and your problem. Because I know that all of your pain and problems are a test to make you stronger.
I live in a world where we coincide. If you're not ready to stay inside, you're drowning away. You're gonna ride. Stick to the end, you get glorified. Yeah.
See, if you're gonna step up in it, you're gonna run
Stick to the end, you get glorified. Let's make it official, I'm one of them. One of the greatest is no exempt. It took me a minute to figure it out. I was struggling, and they made a man. I shuffled the deck and I played my hand. Just give me a reason to put them on you. Didn't believe that I had me a vision. Should I believe that you is loyal? We giving up game, they fumbling plays. I'm tired of talking, I'm racked out. Before they started, they tapped out. I jumped in my duffel and blacked out. What you witnessing is elevation. Glory road to my destination. The haters, it's a celebration. And I put that on my reputation. When the fall, this is a demonstration. You're sick and I know they hate it. One West World every season. Hot boy, this dedication. I'm giving game, I don't need favors. Go against it, you won't see the danger. You ain't family, you a damn stranger. I'll beat your ass, I don't need a baby. I don't got time for excuses. I'm plotting on making the killer. I'm getting the feeling, they know that I'm coming, I'm running. Let's get to the business. I was still playing my post. Taking the rim like diesel. Don't run with too many people. I don't feel none of us equal. None of us equal.
And there are some brothers and sisters that know that so much, they would never leave. They would never abandon you. Since you have to stay alive here, they'll stay alive with you.
I live in a world where we coincide. If you're not ready to stay inside, you're drowning away. You're gonna ride. You stick to the end, you get glorified. Yeah. You stick to the end, you get glorified.
They're one West.
Yeah, those are messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I go with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a Zach, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shane Sharp. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Hopper Free. Try to hope it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Throw them boys, we taking over. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I make hits like I can't lose. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole court. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the fart. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our court. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. You ain't locked in with the count and when you speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. You can't do with them steps. Them niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole start. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our court. And I just made it call. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
All right, go ahead and clap it up. Shalom Israel with Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the Commanding General Yohana. This is ISUPK Austin Tuesday Brotherhood class. Brotherhood and sisterhood is a weapon. If you was at the Passover, matter of fact, hey Zachary, go open up the door for them brothers. If you was at the Passover, then you would have got to see what real brotherhood, what real sisterhood, and what real love is. You see, coming up in this world, we think we find love in gangs. We think we find love in fraternities. We think we find love in other cultures. But where you're going to find true love is right here in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. This is where true brotherhood exists. And if you was at the Passover, you got to see all these beautiful brothers and sisters come out and be on one accord and come and actually serve the Lord. That's what was going on, okay? That's why we were all there. That's why we know each other. You know, without us rebuilding this nation, we wouldn't even know each other. So we got to experience excellent brotherhood, right? Excellent sisterhood. Okay, it was an amazing thing. And if you don't ever come, they call us a cult and a hate group so much that if you didn't get the chance to come to the Passover and you're just looking from the outside in, you're going to believe the lies and the hypocrisy and everything that they say about us. But if you came through that Passover in Atlanta, Georgia, you know for sure this is not a hate group. You know this is a love group, right. And we love so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So let's get a Most High hand. Let's give Christ a hand. Give the Passover a hand, right? Give Commanding General Yohana a hand, right? And give the 2025 Hebrew Academy graduates a hand. You're damn right. Because the only way you're going to get through that is brotherhood. The only way we're going to build this nation and stand tall and strong and stiff and firm as a people is through brotherhood and sisterhood. Without that, we don't have anything. Without that, you're just an individual life. Without that, you're teaching yourself. Without that, you're correcting yourself. You ever want to take somebody's head off and you're talking to yourself about it? Do you ever tell yourself no? No, you just go fire off. But if you got a brother you could call, you're going to say, nah, just stand down. You know, just remove yourself away from the situation. Right? That's what we need. We need a family to lean on. And that's what is being built here every single day in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. So tonight we're going to talk about brotherhood. Okay, because brotherhood is important. It's important for so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to know that they are a family, right? See, another thing is why they look at you the way they look at you is our people is because they look like us, right? You're looking at us like, how could those be men of God? How are those men of God? And they look like me. Blah, I got some. They look like me. They're from the ghetto like me. They're poor like me. Find me that scripture where it says, can anything good come out of Nazareth? Well, what you need to understand is your king was just like you. Poor. Growing up in the ghetto, coming out of the ghetto just like you come out of the ghetto. And that's why it's hard. That's why we look to other nations to lead us. Because we can't see somebody who looks like us being an actual man of God. Well, I'm here to tell you, if you are in the Israelite School of UPK, if you are a priest and officer in this school, well, then you're the only man of God that your family has ever seen.
That's right.
They have never seen a man of God until they see you.
Right.
They look at that pastor that you grew up going to his church every day as a man of God. And he is not. He is a filthy, disgusting, greedy bastard.
Right.
He is not a man of God. Right? He is a man of himself, of his own heart. God didn't tell him to get that Cadillac. He told him to get that Cadillac.
Right.
He told him to get that Benz. He told him to double and overcharge. Go ahead, Warrior.
Common concerns, like you I could. The Lord also didn't tell that Sap brother to lock them doors.
That's
He
right.
chose to do that.
That's right. And how you know he did it? Because the congregation wasn't what are them? The deacons wasn't locking the doors.
Right.
They was looking like this got to be a joke. It's lock the doors, lock them. When a brother turned his head to this, he finna finesse the hell out of you. Because it's about that money. Oh, y'all almost made me change my lesson. Y'all almost made me get on them preachers, man. Let's go ahead and get what I asked for you.
This is the book of John, chapter 1, verse 46.
Mm-hmm.
And Nathanael said unto him, can there any good thing come out of Nazareth?
You see, they was talking about Christ. They was going and they was looking at this brother, right? And saying, look at him. Can any Nazareth? He coming from where? Nazareth. Can anything good come out of Nazareth? Just like they say to you. Can anything good come out of the east side? Can anything good come out of the Renberg? Can anything good come out of O Block? Can anything good come out of Compton? Can anything good come out of the Bronx? Can anything good come out of Miami? They're looking down on you because they know the neighborhoods you stay in are the ghettos. And they're not looking for good to come out of the ghettos. That's why we look up to rich men. Right now, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians will put the richest man over them. They don't give a damn about his character. They think he must be good because he has the money. Read that one more time.
This is the book of John, chapter 1, verse 46.
Mm-hmm.
And Nathanael said unto him, can there any good thing come out of Nazareth?
Because Christ's father was a carpenter. He comes from a line of kings. He should have been sitting on a throne. Right? He should have been sitting on that throne. But he was a carpenter. What was your dad? A janitor?
Right.
Was your dad a custodian?
Right.
No? He worked at McDonald's. He labors all day in some factory. Well, if your king could come out of the ghetto, well, brothers and sisters, I'm here to tell you, so can you. You could come out of the ghetto, come in here and be great and be legendary and have your name remembered like the great prophets in here.
That's right.
That's what I want. I want my name remembered. Just like these brothers in here. Okay? Let me get Ephesians 4:26. Let's talk about some of this brotherhood. So brotherhood is important. It's important on how you handle situations and how you deal with your brother. Because you got to understand, he comes from the same things that you come from. And since he comes from the same things that you come from, you have to treat him with a little more dignity and more respect. That's why Captain Yatazak has never treated me like a piece of trash. And I will never treat the men under me like a piece of trash, like you're just like you work for me.
Right.
Nobody in here works for me. If I ask you to do something and you say yes, you still don't work for me. We are all working for Christ.
That's right.
That's it. So deal with your brothers a certain way. You don't have to be an asshole. I make sure that I'm not. Now, if you got to get on a brother, you got to check him. That's a different story. But just everyday life, you deal with your brother, man. Deal with your brother a special way, man, because he's important. Because one day you're going to need to look to the right, and he's going to be there to save your life.
Right. That's right.
Don't make him, don't beat him down to where he's not willing to do that. Because that's going to break the nation. Go ahead.
So that's so heavy because, during when we just got done, I look to the right, I see brothers fighting.
Right.
I see brothers fighting when we go into war.
Yep.
And they look to the right, they see me fighting.
Right.
And that's just something that you don't want to really understand it until you get put through that fire.
Exactly.
Go through it.
Exactly. And we have been tried and tested.
Right.
And that's what you have to be. You have to be tried and tested. These brothers I'm in here with today, I can count on them. I trust these brothers with my life. I don't have to worry about them at all. I know that they care. That's the one thing we have to start doing, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We have to start caring. And to care, you got to do like this scripture is going to say. Go ahead.
Kawakan. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
Be ye angry.
What?
Be ye angry.
Be ye angry. It's okay to get angry. A brother will piss you off. Don't get that twisted, right? We are human beings. We're not robots. You're going to get mad. You're going to be angry.
Right.
That's fine. That's not a sin. Continue reading.
Kawakan. And sin not.
And what?
And sin not.
See, you can be angry, but you can't sin. So you're mad at him, so you're gonna go sleep with his wife. You want what he has, so you're gonna go steal it from him, right? You can be angry, but you cannot sin. He over there, he said something that made you mad. It made you angry. You can't go knock his head off. That is not the way things are done. So it says, "Be ye angry and sin not." Continue reading.
Kawakan. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
Don't let that sun go down upon your wrath. Talk to your brother.
That's right.
Talk to your rib. Straighten it out. Give your rib the rod, and give your brother the salute. Right?
That's
Hey, Salakia. Hey, I know. That's what we have to do. We have to be brotherly. Hey, Salakia, what you did say when you did that, it did offend me. I did get angry, you know, and then he might say, you know, hey, Salakia, I didn't mean to offend you, Salakia, you know, and if he hears you, then y'all good, right? That's what we have to do, because if we don't do that, then what? We are going to break and disturb the nation.
Right.
Haven't we had enough of that with the Crips and Bloods and disciples and vice lords?
Right.
And I'm from the east side. You live on the south side or the west side or the north side. We have enough division. Our Hispanic brothers, right? We have enough divisions with our flag. I got a Puerto Rican flag. You got a Mexican flag. You have a Cuban flag. And we live and die by these flags. When the only banner that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians should die about is the banner of the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge.
Right.
The banner of your nation, the banner of your whole people, because we are one people.
That's right.
All right, continue reading. Oh no, that's it on that. Let's get Leviticus 19 and 17. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like I said, if I could, that's so heavy what you said about the banners, like the Puerto Rican flag, you know, the Haitian flag, all the different flags. But what's so heavy about that is all of the flags, I learned this recently, that the flags in Puerto Rico, the flags in the Dominican Republic, all of those islands over there, all of the flags came like to the way they looked because of the Haitian Revolution.
Right.
So it was a brother named Jean-Jacques Dessalines, when he created the flag, it was created after they revolted against the French.
Yep.
So the other, you know what I'm saying, countries and nations took up them same colors.
Mm-hmm.
They did the flag in their own separate way, but it was still to be a part, you know, of each other.
Yep, exactly. Give him a hand. That's right. That's heavy. Go ahead, warrior.
Son. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy mind. When the Bible's talking about your heart, it is talking about your mind. You should not hate your brother in your mind. We sit up all day figuring out the way to hate a brother that does nothing but show you love.
Right.
That shows you compassion, that shows you empathy, and you figuring out some way that you can harm him. You thinking of ways to destroy him so you can be better. We have to get out of that jealous spirit.
Right.
Okay? Because he has something that you don't. Right? Get that up out of you, because that will destroy a nation. That hate. You shouldn't be no hater. You should not hate thy brother in thy mind. You sitting up there just hating, just thinking, just pondering. You go home and you just ponder and just think and just hate a brother for no reason. Right? It says right there, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Continue reading.
Oh God, thou shalt not, thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him.
You see, not suffer that sin upon him. Don't render that sin upon your brother. Right? You see, we have a major problem with things like this. This is what is keeping us apart, is that hatred. That hatred for somebody who looks like you, who's from the same place as you. We can't stand him. Read that one more time.
This book of Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him.
You see, if someone offends you, you go to them. You don't hold it in. You don't hold it in so you don't explode. You know people that hold stuff in, you know what they do? They commit suicide because they hold everything in. Go and talk to your brother. Go talk to your brother. Go tell him the offense. Because if not, you're going to hold it in, and you're going to hold it in so long to where the hate grows so extreme that you're going to hurt and harm your brother. Go ahead.
So like you said, if I could, it's heavy you say that, because when brothers hold in that anger and hold in their offense against each other, that's when they drop their sword.
Yep.
That's when they show their real colors and show themselves not reliable, not responsible to be a brother.
Right.
And it shows the lack of love they have for their brother.
That's super heavy. Give him a hand. Oh my goodness. You touched on something so heavy. That hate for one brother will make you turn your back on all of your brothers, on your whole nation, for the hate of one brother. That was super heavy, Kakam. That was super heavy. That's exactly what goes on in our nation. And that's why we are destroyed. I'm gonna need that. Hosea 4:6. I gotta get that, man.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
My what?
Lack of knowledge.
See, it says my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. My people is possessive. This is letting you know that the Lord has a people. Christianity teaches you that God loves everybody, but the Bible teaches you that the Lord has a people. Continue reading.
So come, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
You see, that's why we are rejected in the earth today, because we reject knowledge. We reject the laws, the statutes, and the commandments, because we've been taught our whole life that the Old Testament and the laws are done away with.
Right.
So since we're rejecting the laws, we are being rejected.
Like I said, if I could, that's so heavy. Like one day, I was reading Deuteronomy 28 and 1, and I went to the interlinear of what it means to hearken diligently, and it means to listen intelligently.
Right.
With not like that's straight up knowledge. You have to listen intelligently.
Exactly.
That's what it means to hearken diligently to the laws.
Yeah, exactly. You have to listen closely. It says to do and observe them. To observe and do them. You have to. What is that called? Damn, why can't I think of it? Oh, you have to comprehend.
Right.
You have to comprehend. Because these are the things that's going to save your life. When we don't listen, when we don't hearken, when we're not intelligent, we're going to reject that intelligence.
Right.
Right? And since we reject that intelligence, we are rejected. Continue reading.
Oh, God, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me.
You see, we was no priests. And then them priests came back into the earth. Right?
That's right.
These priests regenerate, and the latest regeneration was in 1969, right here in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Them priests came back. Well, those priests came back and they went to war.
That's right.
Continue reading.
So, Khan, see, thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
You see, read that part one more time.
So, Khan, see, thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
All of our trials, tribulations, and troubles come because of what?
Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
That's what we've forgotten, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We have forgotten the laws of our God.
Right.
So we follow the laws of whatever come to your mind now.
Right.
You think certain things are cool because you live off the law of your mind. Because you believe love is love. Well, the Bible doesn't say that. The Bible says, since you rejected these laws, this is the condition that comes with the rejection of the law. Continue reading.
So, Khan, I will also forget thy children.
Thy what?
Thy children.
Thy what?
Thy children.
Zachariah. Your daddy was in the truth? Kakam, your daddy was in the truth? Rapanya, your daddy was in the truth? Mine neither. Read that part one more time.
Khan, I will also forget thy children.
Our children have been forgotten because we were not born in here. This isn't popular in the world. This should be all over the globe.
Right.
But we've forgotten the laws of God. So our children didn't get to come up in here. They got to come up like you a drug addict. Right. They got to come up like you a gangster. They got to come up like you a menace to society. They got to come up like you Sexy Red, Cardi B's, Megan. That's how we come up.
Right.
We come up very low. Continue reading.
Verse 7, as they were increased, so they sinned.
Oh, no, I don't need verse 7. Shit. Let's go to Philippians 3 and 13. Ooh, wee. 13. Yeah, that's hard to find. Y'all don't hear that much.
Yeah,
Huh?
I know.
Yeah, we gonna go there. Yeah.
This is the book of Philippians, chapter 3, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind.
Read that again.
Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind.
You have to forget those things that are behind. Why do you have to forget those things that are behind? Let me see if one of y'all can surprise me in the room. And it's on.
Yeah, I said again, sir?
I said, why do we have to forget those things that are behind?
Oh, yeah. Because if you let those things that are behind you affect you, you will still be looking into the past.
Okay, but what's in you that wants to hold on to those old things?
The old you.
The old you, but what controls the old you?
The demon.
The demon.
That's right.
That's what it is. That demon doesn't want you to forget that weed.
Right.
He wants you to look back to that weed. He wants you to look to when you're having a bad day. He wants you to turn and face back to that weed.
That's right.
He wants you to pick up that pistol because that brother offended you. He wants to do anything. He wants to isolate you from the Most High. Because if he can isolate you from the Most High, then he can win.
Like it, sir, but that's so heavy because yesterday, Officer Tazadat, he was breaking down, like demonology, and he was saying that demon, the way it's going to get you is when you become emotionally vulnerable.
Yeah.
It's trying to get you to think about them old things to make you emotionally vulnerable so you can get attacked, and then you got the whole legion on you after that.
That's right. And then continue reading.
Kavukhan, forget those things which are behind, and reaching forth unto those things which are before.
You see, you reaching forth to those things that were before.
Right.
Right? That's what we do. That's why even it's so heavy that you brought up Officer Tazadat, because what's the number one thing he always said to us? As soon as it gets hot and heavy, you go back to what you used to. Nah. You're not gonna dip and slip. You're gonna go back to your old fighting style. You're gonna forget all the training you learned to go back. Right? Continue reading. No. Now let's go to, because I also want to show y'all something. Let's go to 2 Corinthians 5 and 17.
Come on, sir. It's the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 5 and verse 17. Therefore, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature.
He is what?
He is a new creature.
You have to be a new creature. Right. All that, man, Captain Yatazak said something so heavy at Hebrew Academy and then said something so heavy at the Passover. Right. When all the captains were up there and he got the mic, he said the number one thing about resurrection is you have to die. You have to kill that old man to become a new man, to be resurrected. Right? You have to kill that old man. Right? Continue reading.
Come. Old things are passed away.
Old things are passed away. All those old things, all those old sentiments that you used to hold on to, the way you handle things. All right, you get mad and you fight, or you get mad and you grab a gun, or you get mad and you slap your wife's lips off. Right? Those things you have to let go. Oh, how you get money is you sell drugs. Those old things you have to let go. Because if any man become a new creature, therefore, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. Right? Continue reading.
Come on. All things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new.
You see, it's talking about everything about you. Everything about you goes away. And that new comes. That's why I said you can't put new wine into old, what skin? What does it say in there? Lamb skin? Is that what it says? No. I'm talking about when you pour in the wine. You can't put new wine in the old skin because it would bust, right?
Right.
So what you have to do is you have to die.
That's right.
We died and we were resurrected.
Right.
And that's important. Okay?
Come.
What we got? Where we at?
Can I read verse 15, sir?
Yeah, you can read whatever you want.
Come on, sir. And that he died for all, that they which live should not henceforth live unto themselves.
He died for all. What does that mean? Who is the all?
For us, sir.
For us. For all of us. That's why he died. Read that again.
Come on. Verse 15. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 15. And that he died for all, that they which live should not henceforth live unto themselves.
You see, that's what. We're not supposed to live for ourselves. We are supposed to live for each other.
That's right.
If we live for each other, just imagine how great we could be. That's why anything that I'm capable of doing, I'm doing.
That's right.
You know, I believe I went to the airport twice yesterday.
Right.
You know, because they needed it. And I was thinking, hell, if I needed a ride, I hope somebody could be there to give me one.
That's right.
Something that simple. I appreciate the simple things. And something and to you, it might not be a big deal. But sometimes a brother is super appreciative for that small thing you do.
Right.
That small thing you do. Because to him, he's hindering you. He's stopping something that you was already doing. But to me, it ain't nothing.
That's right.
What I did was nothing. What if I come and get you, that's nothing.
Right.
It's so small. But to that person receiving that ride, it's so big.
Right.
You know, that's why we need this brotherhood. That's why we don't live for ourselves.
Right.
We live for each other.
That's right.
Continue reading.
Come. But unto him which died for them and rose again.
You see, Christ died for us and rose again. So what do? We don't live for us. We live for us.
Right. That's
right? I don't live for me. I live for y'all.
That's right.
That's what Christ did for us.
Right?
Christ did something so heavy that I for damn sure wouldn't want to do.
Right.
There was people throwing rocks. People got him crucified, and he died for them too, because those are his people.
Right.
All they have to do is turn away from their ways. But that's the same reason that these fake Israelites don't do it today, because they don't want to lose their power. You think Gorilla Hebrew wants to lose his power? He can't come up in here and get pegged. He can't come up in here and have a Passover at the strip club. Right? He can't come up over here and do none of that nonsense. He can't come over here and teach a whole damn class with a hat on.
Right.
With his head covered. He can't come in here teaching the things that he teaches. So he wants to stay in his own sector where he's safe to say whatever the hell he wants. The one thing about the Israelite School of UPK is there's rank and order. I remember a long time ago. All right, so it was, I don't know if y'all brothers know about, there was this thing called Kemet on Trial.
Oh, yeah.
And it was Israelites versus Kemet, right? And there was a bunch of Israelites. And there was a camp, right? Not everybody just together, but people had their camps.
Right.
I seen Sakari in shorts. Now, I wear shorts all the damn time. You would think that would be perfect for me.
Right.
I love shorts.
Go.
And I'm against that.
Right.
They didn't have no strength. And it came all the way time to where Captain Tazariak was going to speak. And Captain Tazariak could not even address Kemet because of how much unorganized Israel was. Or Israel was just acting a fool. And what you're going to see, if you ever get the chance to really see fake Israelites or be around them, you're going to understand. Like, they do not have any order. That's how you know they're not of God.
Right.
The Most High is of right here in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge.
Right.
This is where the Most High is. This is where the home of the truth is. And if you ever get a chance to really witness fake Israelites, you will understand. You will get a chance to really understand their mind frame, their mindset, and their spirit, and you will understand it's not of the truth.
That's right.
Right? You could drop where we're at, and let's get Matthew 18 and 15. Because you need to understand there is a certain way that you deal with matters. there's a certain way that you handle things. You see, we have been taught by other cultures and societies on how to handle your problems. So we react to how they want us to react.
Right.
They want us to be crash dummies.
Right.
They love you if you're a crash out.
That's right.
They love you if you're out of order. But if you have any order, any decorum about yourself, you will be hated. And that's why the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge is hated. We're hated because we have a structure. We have rules. We have things that we have to follow. Because if you don't, there's going to be a consequence for that.
That's right.
Let's see how you're supposed to deal with your brother.
Come on, sir. The book of Matthew, chapter 18, and verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault.
Lay up and pillow talk with your rib.
Go and tell him his fault.
Tell every brother that you see.
Go and tell him his fault.
You have to go and you have to tell your brother his fault.
Right.
This is for people in the truth. Right? This is what we got to understand. You have to go and you have to tell your brother his fault. Continue reading.
Go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Between thee and him alone. I ain't just supposed to bust out Zachariah. No. Supposed to go to you. Hey, Shalaki. Whatever. That's how you go to him.
Right.
To y'all two. Don't need everybody right here. We just need me and you, so we can just go talk about what happened. Continue reading.
If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
Meaning, if he hears you, right? That's meaning he agrees with you. If he hears you, he agrees with you. Oh, Salakia.
Right.
Salakia, I ain't mean to. Salakia. That's my fault. Right. That's on me. Continue reading.
Verse 16. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established.
You see, then if he don't hear you, then you get 2 or 3 more. Because when you get those 2 or 3 more, they're able to look from the outside in. Have you ever been a part of something and you just thought you was right? Right? And you just battling that because you think you're right.
Right.
But have you ever been the person on the outside looking in and they come to you? It's easier to judge the matter because this doesn't have nothing to do with me.
Right.
So I could take both of your points and I could judge the matter clearly.
Right.
Right? That's what we need to be. That's why it says, moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against, verse 16, but if he will not hear thee, then take with thee 1 or 2 more, because take thee 1 or 2 more, because somebody from the outside in can judge the matter better than the 2 people that are in the matter.
Right.
Continue reading.
Verse 17, and if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church.
Who is the church?
The council, sorry.
No, who is the church? No. The council was 16. Yeah, the church is the school, the whole school. So it says, right? If he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the school. You ever see a message come across Facebook that says, no longer talk or respond to this brother or sister? That's telling it to the church. The matter was judged and it was told to the church. Yeah, don't respond to that brother or sister no more. Delete them off all social media and don't talk to them. Continue reading.
Tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as a heathen man and a publican.
You see, after these things is all told, and he doesn't want to, just like that one brother. He was told, right? He was told he had to do what he had to do and make an apology. And he got on there and taught a whole class against the school. He neglected to hear the school. He neglected to hear the church. And now he is a heathen man and a publican.
Right.
What is that? A heathen man and a publican? What does that mean for you, Zachariah?
A heathen man, that means like you're counted no longer as an Israelite. You count like as a heathen man.
And what does that mean for you for coming into this school?
I mean, you banned.
You can't. You're a cat. Just like an Asian can't come in here.
Right.
Just like a Edomite can't come in here. Just like an Ishmaelite can't come in here. No longer can you.
Right.
Continue reading.
Come. Verily I say unto you, verse 18, verily I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven.
You see, whatever you shall bind on earth, it shall be bound in heaven. The 6-month rule, that's bound on earth. You want to say how we could have some rules, how we could have some standards. Doing your 90 days wearing all black, that is bound in heaven like it is bound on earth, right?
Right.
Oh, so like, did you read that part? Shall be bound in heaven?
Yeah. Not the second part yet.
Go ahead, Salaki, I'm jumping the gun.
Oh no, I read that part.
Oh yeah. Whatever is binded in earth is bounded in heaven.
Right.
These rules in this school is respected by the Most High in Christ.
Right.
So whatever is binded on earth, it is bound in heaven as well. Continue reading.
Con. And whatsoever ye shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven.
You see? That is important. That is very, very important to understand that what we say in here, it is binded right here on this earth.
That's right.
And it's also bound in heaven with the Most High. Whatever is loosed on this earth, it is loosed in heaven. Let's get 1 Timothy 5:1. Because what if somebody is over you, right? There might be somebody over you, okay? They might offend you. There's a certain way you deal with them too. Whoever got 1 Timothy 5:1, they can read it.
Come. It's the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 5, and verse 1. Rebuke not an elder.
What?
Rebuke not an elder.
You see, when you go to an elder, you don't just say any old thing to him. Continue.
Come. But entreat him as a father, and the younger men as brethren.
So when you go to that elder, you don't rebuke him. You treat him as a father. Meaning, if you have to go to an elder, you know what you do? Just go to him humbly and respectfully.
That's right.
That's what you do. It says, and the younger men is brethren. And that's the same way you go to the younger man.
That's right.
Just because I'm above you doesn't mean I'm going to come down on you like you're just some piece of garbage, right? You don't go to the older man like that, and you don't go to the younger man like that.
Right.
You go to everybody with the respect that they are like you. You see, that's why the Bible says don't have respect to persons.
Right.
If Cap offends you, or if a trooper offends you, deal with it the same way, like the scriptures just said, right? Don't just go to one more humble because they got all this damn rank. Who gives a damn about that?
Right.
I don't give a damn about your rank. If you offend me, I'm going to go, I don't give a damn about your rank, whether you're the highest or the lowest. That doesn't matter.
right.
You don't just go and treat one person one way and the other person the other way. We already get treated like that by the oppression. We already get treated like that by the world. Why should you be treated like that in the truth?
Right.
Okay?
Come. Sorry.
Go ahead.
It's so heavy because it's like, what be going on? Like, people be looking at, you know what I'm saying? I was listening to Captain Cesario, right? And the whole situation with the fake Israelites, you know, the pagan and all that. I'm looking at that, and the sister that was dealing with, you know what I'm saying, Gorilla Hebrew, whatever his name is, she said she couldn't get no righteous counsel. Right. So she going to men outside the truth. They're not even in the school, right? Yep. They looking at these men who not even in the school, who's supposed to be heathen and publican men, as elders. Right. Instead of going to the men in the truth, in the school, and giving the counsel, the righteous counsel they can get from general behind them, or the captains, or whoever in the school that can give them that righteous counsel. Exactly. And Gorilla Hebrew wants to call Captain Tazariak his fan. Right? Captain Tazariak ain't out here trying to lead his own sect. Right. He ain't out here trying to lead his own thing. Right? That's what you're doing. That's why every time you say you're going to stand down, you never stand down. When actually, you should stand down. Sakari would be better if you weren't the leader. That's right. But since you didn't raise yourself up to chief high priest, right? You're chief high priest. You see, I want to let you know about him, right? Really, he is pagan, like P-A-G-A-N, and he is pegging, like P-E-G-G-I-N, right? He is both. That's right. Right? He's talking about these things never happened. It's a fantasy. What I do know is that people make their fantasies come to fruition, especially when you have the power. You have power over your whole camp, and you want us to believe that these things never happened? You want us to believe that. We're not going to believe anything that you say because you lie time and time again. After that strip club Passover, you were supposed to stand down. Right. And you did not stand down. After this, you were supposed to stand down. But you're not going to ever stand down. You're going to manipulate and finesse your way. And it makes you no difference than everybody in the world. That's why if it's not of the ISUPK, it is not the truth. That's right. All these scandals and all this weird stuff that loves to be had and loves to be done. You see, with great power comes great responsibility. Right. And a lot of people can't handle that power. That's right. They cannot handle it. And so since they can't handle it, they fulfill their lust and their fantasies instead of fighting it. That's right. That's why we have to say Barak Atah Yahweh wa Yahweh Shah for Commander General Yohana, because we don't have to deal with that nonsense. We don't have to deal with him catering to whatever his flesh has told him. Right. He's going to go and conquer that. That's right. But if you're in some fake Israelite group, they're never going to conquer their flesh. At all. They're going to become more of whatever they were. You see, fake Israelites, they don't kill that old man. Mm-hmm. They are not resurrected. That's right. They don't know what the resurrection is. That's right. But in here, we do. That's right. All right. I want to go back to Matthew. Come on. Since we already read some of them, you could pick it up at, let's just pick it up at 19. Matthew 18 and 19. Come on. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 19. Again, I say unto you, that if two of you shall agree on earth as touching anything that they shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father which is in heaven. You see, read that part one more time. Come on. Verse 19. Again, I say unto you, that if two of you shall agree on earth as touching anything that they shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father which is in heaven.
You see, when you stand into that council and that general gives his word,
Right.
it's traveling all the way up into the heavens. Continue reading.
Come. Verse 20. For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them.
So when them generals are there and they're in there and they're judging the matter, that's not them judging the matter. That is Christ judging the matter, because he is right there. Go ahead, warrior.
So, like, sir, if I could, I was wondering, like, how you were talking about the fake Israelite groups in the scripture. So it says to treat them as a heathen. So would that mean to treat the fake Israelite groups as such too until they want to actually join the school?
No. I mean, they are an outsider, but this is for people in the school. This is for people in the truth. They're already outside of the truth. They're acting like heathens and publicans themselves. But if you actually go to a council and get removed from here, that means you can't come to nothing. Fake Israelite can come to all of our events, come to everything, but you won't be welcomed. So no. I mean, but how you do treat them and how you treat everybody who is under you, it's like you're over them. You are over them. Y'all are over everybody. I don't give a damn. Y'all are over Nasty Nate. Y'all are over Gorilla Hebrew. Y'all are over Zadok We Got Next. Y'all are over Daniela and whatever the hell I can't even remember theirs. Y'all are over Hurricane Hashar in the AOC. Y'all are over everybody in GMS. Y'all are over everybody who is not over your rank. Y'all outrank everybody in this world who is not your rank, who is not above you, who don't stand in front of you in the line. Y'all are above all of them. So y'all treat them as such. I don't give a damn if their fake group has a 250,000 people, right? Y'all are over all of them. So no. Continue reading.
Come. Verse
21.
Verse 20.
No, you ended it.
Come. Verse 21. Then came Peter to him.
You see, Peter was he was like us.
That's right.
Well, Salakia, sir. Yeah, Peter about the Salakia Christ right here. I'll tell you that. Continue reading.
Come. Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me? And I forgive him? Till 7 times?
So Peter gonna say, hey, Salakia, sir. How many times I gotta let him do this? You know he did it 6 times already. Should I forgive him the 7th time? Continue reading.
Come. Verse 22. Jesus saith unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7.
See, I say unto him not 7 times, but 70 times 7. Does that really mean that? No. Don't add up those numbers. What does it really mean? To always forgive. Go ahead and say what you had to say.
So one question I was gonna have is like if we go down in order from, 15 all the way down to 21, is it saying that like when a brother get kicked out of school, right, they become heathen and publican, man, they come back, we still need to forgive them, right? Or is this?
Oh yeah, yes, we do.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a brother we graduated Hebrew Academy with. Believe been suspended about 4 times and kicked out the school about 3. You know? But it's our job to forgive. I mean, there's some things you can't come back from, you know, but there's some things you can.
Right.
So yeah, we forgive that brother, but don't be no fool. If I'm a damn thief and I steal from you, you don't got to keep letting me. You can forgive me, but you don't got to let me in your car and your house. You don't got to put yourself in a position to let me keep offending you like that. No, hey, Salaki, you did steal from me. I forgive you from that, but I promise you'll never get another chance to steal from me. You'll never get another chance to do that. It's not telling you to be ignorant. It's just telling you you're going to have to forgive your brother. You know what I mean? Especially when they come in and they apologizing and they humble, right? You know, continue reading. Oh no, that's it. That's it on that. Let's get Matthew 5:20.
The book of Matthew.
As a car, you see me one time?
Chapter 5 and verse 20. For I say unto you, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees.
You see, your righteousness has to exceed those of the scribes and Pharisees. They were not righteous. They did not care. A little more. Grown man. That's the water. The water. Hey, it has to exceed those of the Sadducees and the Pharisees. That's important. You have to be better than T.D. Jakes.
That's right.
Better than Geno Jennings. Better than Marvin Sapp. Your righteousness has to exceed these men. Because these men are not righteous at all. Continue reading.
Con. Ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven.
How the hell are you going to enter and inherit this? How are you going to be great?
Right.
How are you going to be great and you're not even better than the people that got Christ unalived?
Right.
Your righteousness better exceed them. You better be better than them. You better do better than them. You better go and be an excellent brother.
Right.
Don't be like them. Because they hated Christ and their whole mission was to try to get him out of there. And that's why they wanted him unalived. For those reasons right there. There was any questions in the chat? Salaki, I forgot to ask that. All right, Most High in Christ. We can continue. Any in the room? All right, Most High in Christ. Continue reading.
Con. Verse 21. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not kill. And whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment.
You see, it says y'all have heard from that old time. This is a thing that y'all shall not do. Right? You shall not you shall not kill. That's what the Bible says. Thou shalt not kill. You heard that. You heard that plenty of times. That's nothing new. Continue reading.
Con. Verse 22. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment.
See, if you're angry with your brother without a cause, then you are in danger of the judgment. These words are read. This is Christ speaking.
Right.
Continue reading.
Con.
Hating, all right, hating your brother without a cause.
Right.
Like, I used to always be like, I don't know why I don't like him. He ain't never did nothing to me. I just don't like him. He must have did something to me in my past life. I was blaming the past life for hating a brother who's never done nothing to me. Just couldn't stand them. It's just something about them I didn't like, and I just hated them for no reason. Continue reading.
Kawakan. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Raka,
Rakah.
Shall be in danger of the council.
You're going to be in danger of the council. And if you don't listen into the council, then you will be in danger of the hellfire. And that hellfire, meaning back in the world. That's the hellfire. You're going to be in danger of that council, and in danger, and that meaning back in the world, in danger of that hellfire. Is there any more on that? Go ahead.
But whosoever shall say thou fool shall be in danger of hellfire.
That in danger of that hellfire, meaning back in the world. That's right. That's where you will be. You will be back in the world, doing whatever you were doing in there. Right. Living however you were living in there. Let's get 1 Thessalonians 5:21.
Okay.
First Thessalonians 5:21.
It's the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5 and verse 21. Prove all things.
Do what?
Prove all things.
Prove all things. That's what we do here in the ISUPK. We prove all things. Right. Not some of them. We prove everything. Continue.
Hold fast that which is good.
We have to hold fast that which is good. And since we prove all things, how do we prove Christ is black? Go ahead, Zachariah.
Go to that Revelation chapter 1, verse 13. Sir.
Give it to me.
To the book of Revelation chapter 1 verse 13. In the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
You see, when it's talking about them 7 candlesticks, talking about them 7 churches, talking about them 7 schools. When it says a like unto the Son of Man, that is Christ. Continue reading.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
If you went to the Passover, you seen garments down to the foot looking glorious.
Right.
Continue.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Right. When it's talking about around the paps with a golden girdle, it's not what your rib uses to hide her belly. That's not the girdle this is talking about. Right. This is talking about a war belt.
Right. That's right.
That war belt to protect, to guard your loins. That's what it does. When you're at war, that's another a means of protection. To guard your loins, to guard your midsection. That's what that golden girdle is. It's a war belt. Continue reading.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
You see, white being the color, right? Wool being the texture.
That's right.
Doesn't mean he was white. All right, continue reading.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And his eyes like a flame of fire. Why? Because he liked to drink, right? Why did he like to drink? Because his mind was heavy. He had a burden he had to take on that we couldn't.
Right, that's right.
Continue reading.
Verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass.
Like what?
Unto fine brass.
Brass is a derivative of brown. Now
that's
continue.
Right. As if they burned in a furnace.
As if it was burnt in the furnace. Have you burned anything? Pretty sure that is black. Christ was black. Okay. That's what he looked like.
That's right.
He didn't look like Caesar Borgia. He didn't look lily white. with strawberry or dirty blonde hair, with a toga on and a scarf.
Right.
It's not how he looked. He looked super dark, as if he was burnt in a furnace. Continue reading.
Khan. And his voice as the sound of many waters.
He was loud. His voice carried.
Right.
It traveled. He spoke aloud and he cried not. I pray you understand. Let's get Revelation, let's get Hebrews 13 and 1.
Khan. It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Let brotherly love continue.
What?
Let brotherly love continue.
When you feel like it.
Let brotherly love continue.
When you're happy.
Let brotherly love continue.
The Bible says you let brotherly love continue.
Right.
Right? You have to let that brotherly love continue. Meaning what? Meaning always be a brother.
Right.
Always consider your brother, man. I know it's easy to be selfish. I know it's easy to only think about yourself. But the scriptures tell you to let brotherly love continue.
Right.
Always be a brother. Before anything else, make sure you're a brother. Continue reading.
Khan. Verse 2. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares.
Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, right? For thereby some has entertained angels unaware, right? Who could break that down? Who knows it? You had your hand up first.
It's like, so I have an idea of what it's talking about, but I don't know the actual breakdown.
Okay.
I'm thinking it's talking about probably, let's say, you see like a homeless brother on the street.
What do you mean you don't know it? You cracked the goddamn code. You cracked the code. That's it. Go ahead.
Oh, come on, you see a homeless brother on the street, like don't ignore him and not tend to his needs just because he's homeless. It might be an angel in disguise.
He cracked the code. When you see that homeless man, you don't just step over him. We grew up on Sesame Street, Oscar the Grouchy in the goddamn trash can. You just stepping over him. Right. Get a job. Don't tell him to get a job, because you know what he's going to do? He's going to go back and he's going to report and say either, no, this brother, he was righteous. Or this brother, yeah, he's disgusting and filthy and only cares about himself. Give Azayala a hand, man. I mean, goddamn. He said he don't know the breakdown. I perceive that he is a prophet.
That's right.
God damn it. That's exactly what it means, man. Don't be treating them like some piece of garbage, stepping over them, having no care for them, because that might be an angel. And when he goes back, he's going to give a report. Just like if you get sent out, you're going to come back and give a report. That's what the angel is going to do. So always let brotherhood, let brotherly love continue, right? Because you might be entertaining an angel and not even knowing it.
That's right.
Not even having a goddamn clue. And you don't want that report to go back that you don't care about your nation. Because the Most High is going to know that. All right? There's any more? What's 4 say?
Verse 3, sir.
That was verse 3.
Khan.
Continue.
Khan. Remember them that are in bonds.
Remember what?
Remember them that are in bonds.
You have to remember them that are in bonds. Where are we at?
The book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 3, sir.
13 and 3. You have to remember those that are in bonds, right? What are the bonds? The what?
The prison system.
That is a bond. Yep. Continue.
The oppression and captivity and affliction of, you know what I'm saying, the demons and the white and the damn devil.
That is the bonds. What are other bonds? Christianity, being a Christian's a bond. African American, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Haitian. All these are bounds that we are subjected under. Continue.
Come on, sir. As bound with them,
Mm-hmm.
and them which suffer adversity,
Yeah.
as being yourselves also in the body.
You see, and then you being in here, they're gonna make you want to suffer for being in here. So, Robin, yeah, you're a part of my slavery now, right?
That's right.
You let them know before, these are the days that I have to take off.
That's right.
I'm getting calls while we're away asking, did he quit? Because we are bound and bond to this hell.
Right.
To this hell that where you could tell them something and they still can't listen.
That's right.
Okay. That's what it means by which suffer adversity, being yourself also in the body. We're in this body. I need these days off for this. You know where else? That's why America is Egypt. You know all Pharaoh had to do to keep us as slaves was just let us go serve our God for a couple days.
That's right.
And we would have came back and we would have built more tombs. We would have erected more for them if they would just let us go and just worship our God for a few days. We'll come back and be a better slave to you.
Right.
But you don't want to do that because you want us in bounds.
Right.
You want to bind us to your culture, to what you think, to how you feel we should be. You want to keep us your slave. Good night. Let me get 2 Corinthians 13 and 11.
Come. It's the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 13 and verse 11. Finally, brethren, farewell. Be perfect. Be of good comfort. Be of one mind.
Be of what?
Be of one mind.
Uh-huh.
Live in peace. And the God of love and peace shall be with you.
You see, that God of love and peace, that's for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's right.
It's not a God of love and peace for everybody, because I believe it says for Esau, for Jacob have I loved, and Esau have I hated. Right? What we have to understand is this is meaning, brothers, be perfect. That's what you need to be. Finally, brethren, farewell. Be perfect. Be of good comfort. Be of one mind. Don't have division in here. There's no division in here. Live in peace, and the God of love and peace shall be with you. That's what I have. When I'm around you, brothers, I have love and I have peace. I have security. I feel secure. I feel safe when I'm around y'all. That's how we have to be. Right? Go to verse 12, because they like to say this is some LGBT stuff right here.
Come on. Verse 12. Greet one another with an holy kiss.
Do y'all know what a kiss is in the Bible?
Come on, sir. A salute, sir.
A salute.
That's right.
That's what a kiss is. I mean, have you seen the warriors in here? If any man think he could kiss any one of us, he wouldn't have a life anymore.
That's right.
I pray you understand. We are, well, let me hold up this cover.
Yeah.
We are men of war. And we're not of that war that created, we're not men of the war that created monogamy. See, monogamy comes from the Grecians. And they felt that if from Greece, right? They felt if they would sleep with each other, it would make their bond tighter. I don't have to sleep with my brothers to make my bond tighter with them.
That's right.
So that's where all that nonsense comes from. This kiss is a salute.
That's right.
Okay.
Verse 13, sir.
No, we're gonna just continue because I got a couple more that I want to get through so we can get up out of here. Let's go to Psalms 19 and 7.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 19 and verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
Making what?
Making wise the simple.
I don't have no college degree.
Making wise the simple.
No. You don't got to continue. I'm just no.
Come on.
I don't have a college degree. I was a very simple man. Oh, but the Lord had made me wise. And I could cut you and you got a PhD. You got all this high education. But he took us, these little ones, and he made us great. We were simple men. Right? Very simple. And he has made us wise. Let me get James 4 and 10.
Come on, sir.
Oh, Salakia. Let me get Philippians 2 and 4.
Come on. It's the book of Philippians, chapter 2 and verse 4. Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others.
What's that mean? Go ahead.
It means don't just think about what you're going through. Think about what the people, like the precept I could use is nothing uncommon to man, that precept about, us all being affected. Just because you're going through something, you got to be able to realize that your brother is going through something right next to you.
I'll take some of that, but I'm looking for something else. Anybody else want to give a shot? Yeah, read it one more time.
The book of Philippians, chapter 2 and verse 4. Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others.
Mm-hmm. See, like this. Just because you're good doesn't mean your brothers are good.
Right.
Don't look at a man for the things he does for himself. Look at what he does for others. Now that's important. What you do for the others, not just what you do for yourself. Now let me get James 4 and 10.
Come on. It's the book of James, chapter 4 and verse 10. Mm-hmm. Humble yourselves in the spirit of the Lord, and he shall lift you up.
You see, you have to humble yourself in front of the Lord. Then you will get lifted up. Then you will get raised up. We had fake Israelites raising up themselves, Christian pastors raising up themselves, everybody in the world raising up themselves. But when you humble your sight in the Lord, then you will get raised up the proper way. Let me get my last one, James 4 and 11. Continue reading.
Come on, sir. Verse 11. Speak not evil one of another, brethren. He that speaketh evil of his brother and judgeth his brother, speaketh evil of the law.
Because you're supposed to have love for your brother. Right. So if you're doing evil towards your brother, you're doing evil towards God. Continue reading.
Come on. Speak of evil of the law and judge the law. But if thou judge the law, thou art not a doer of the law, but a judge.
You see? This is things that we have to understand, right? Because that's why this truth is so important. Because without the truth, how can you understand this, right? How can you understand anything that's going on? It already told you to humble yourself up, right? It told you to humble yourself. And then if you speak an evil of your brother, your sister, your father, your mother, any Israelite, you speak an evil of the law. You speak an evil of God, right? Don't speak evil of your people, of these brothers of the truth. You have to humble yourself. You got something to say, Zakar? Oh, I thought you had your hand up. All right? You got to humble yourself because this isn't about you. It's about everybody else.
Right.
And since it's about, and if everybody thinks like that, then it's about you too. Because if I don't think of me, and I just think of y'all, and y'all don't think of y'all, and y'all think of me, then we all are thought about, and we all are cared for. Right? And with that, we're going to pass the class over to Officer Rapanyad. Give him a hand.
This is the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is their commandment. You find in the book of Numbers, chapter 18 and 21, or Malachi, chapter 3, and verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, Ma'ashura. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for a priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We got the Feast of First Fruits. It starts after the Sabbath, unleavened bread, sundown, April 28th. Salaki, this is the wrong one. I got it on my phone.
All right, Most High in Christ.
All right, here you go right here. It's the Feast of First Fruits starts after the Sabbath, unleavened bread, sundown, Sunday, April 20th, 2025. Count 50 days, celebrate the 50th day. Then it says Sunday, June 8th, 2025, start before sundown. You can find it in Leviticus chapter 23 and verses 10 through 22. And if anyone, last thing, if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pant, headband, and scarf. With that, I'll pass the class back to Officer 500 Shmarm.
All right, with that, we're going to a Majim, which means stand. All right, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Mount Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh, Shimi, Al-Shah, Brother Thah. As a Matah, we're going to Sar, which means turn, face the sisters, sisters rise. Give a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Mount Shabbat, Majid, Barak, Yahweh, Shema, Latamba, Shimi, Al-Shah, Yajamatah, D. Schmitz. Clap it up.